One, two, three, let's go! Welcome to a Starfield World, what's it called? World Survey tutorial. There's been a lot of things about resource gathering and such in Starfield that's been, I don't know if it's just the UI or whatever, but I found it a little bit difficult to figure out. So you've got your scan tool, and you see over there just to the left, it says survey. That's the survey of the planet. Fauna, flora, resources. Fauna is a word that just means animals. You only ever really hear it when it's said with flora. Flora's plants, and then resources are like elements. Copper and... I'm not going to try and say that. So with my scanner open, at first I thought I could just walk up to a plant and kind of look at it with my scanner, and that meant that I would scan it. But you see down at the bottom, the toolbar down there at the very bottom of my screen, E is scan. So I walk up to it, I hit E, and now the stinging eye stalk is 13% scanned. So if I find 8 of them total, 7 more, then I will have this flora completed in the survey of this planet. And then there's, I guess, 4 other, besides the stinging eye stalk, 4 other different types of flora, plant life on this planet. So now I come over here, and there's no option to, well, I guess there is, but besides scanning the resources on the ship, you can just pull out your mining laser and mine them. And I can scan this, but the mining laser that they gave you at the beginning of the game to gather resources won't work on this Chloroselanus. I'm saying that wrong. I know I am. But if I turn off my scanning tool and I walk up to this puddle of chloro something, then I can harvest it. So that threw me off because at first I thought that, I go through the little tutorial area, whatever, and I've got this mining laser for gathering resources was the impression that I had from it. And so I was walking around the world in scan mode, and I would see all these, this gas, these puddles, these plants, and my mining laser wasn't working to collect all these resources. So chlorine, which is a gas, similar to the liquid I found over there, whatever it's called, I walk up to it, I hit E to scan, and that's one more element added to the resources on this planet survey, and I will not be able to gather it through any means other than closing my scanner, walking up to it, and harvesting. If I stand too close to it, the toxin gas will give me some kind of a health debuff, which I already have several of. I think that's my 4th, 3rd, no, I retook lung damage. And there was, so that over there is the plant that I've already scanned, so it's filled in with blue. This is not the plant that I scanned earlier, so it is not filled up with blue. So I can walk up to it, and I can showcase this. At around 20 meters, it's that blue, and then I get within 20 meters, and it's a slightly greenish blue, and that means I'm within range and I can scan it. 25% scanned, 2 out of 8. And then the fauna over here. Herding something something filterer. So basically, just by looking at the name, you can tell that it's a basically non-aggressive type animal on this planet. And you can add it to... maybe it is aggressive. If you scan enough of them, it'll give you the traits of them. So it's probably territorial or cautious or something like that. And I think you can also kill them for... Yep, see? So I killed that one. I didn't scan it at all, but now these creatures are 25% scanned. Physics bug. Those don't happen too often, but they do happen sometimes. 50%? That's a little odd. Oh, my partner over here must have killed one. So temperament, territorial. So if I walk up to them where they are, they'll attack me. Which is basically the impression that I got from actually walking up to one of them. And that is one of, gosh, 9 creatures on this planet. Pack bear claw. That sounds like an aggressive hunter type animal, so just getting close to it, I'm probably going to get into combat. So it went from that blue to a slightly greenish blue. 3 health bars. This will be a little bit to get through, but not too much. This mining laser that they start you with is amazing. And so that's... Oh, another thing with plants. You scan enough of them, it'll tell you what resources they give, what biomes they're found in and such. And again, the mining laser won't do anything for these plants. Let me find the one that's not next to the toxic gas. And if you put your mining laser away, you can harvest some kind of nutrients from it, some kind of resource. Not always nutrients. For example, this one is metabolic agent. So there's a lot of switching in between the scanner, putting the scanner away. Oh, and then this. Looking down at the ground, it says that there's gold there. So if I were to build a colony around here and mine resources from the ground, the resource that would be produced is gold. And when you do a planet survey, it'll tell you what resources are on that planet, and as you wander around from one place to another, basically everything around here is gold, but oh shoot. But if I were to wander to, say, another region of this world map, there would be other resources that I could possibly produce by building a colony and setting up some kind of extractors. So that's the basic tutorial for everything world survey related. Oh, there is one last thing. That question mark down below flora, fauna, and resources off to my left. To get to that, you see on the bottom on the toolbar G for surface map. Basically what that's going to do is show the locations that I've been to, which I can fast travel to, and locations I haven't been to. And if they're showing up on my compass outside of the world map screen, then they'll show up on the world map. And there is one and not more than one type of special anomaly on this planet. So if I travel to not necessarily this place, not necessarily I find quite often it's the ones that look like a heartbeat or a nav point, but it's not like predictably one thing versus another. There will be a world anomaly, and you can go around and scan with your scanner. I wish I had made sure that I was close to one, but you can go around and scan with your scanner. There will be 2 or 3 hot points, usually 2, I think. 1 or 2 or 3 maybe. Hot points, and just like with any of these plants or anything, you just go up to it, scan it, and then it'll fill in the details of the anomaly that has to do with this world. I'm going to fast travel back over to my ship and see if maybe there's a hot point on the map from there. If not, I'll okay, pull out my scanner. What's there to see? That place that I've already been to, that place that I didn't want to go to. Yeah, that usually means that it's some kind of a structure, a habitat, something like that. And I'm not really seeing anything over here. So yeah, but if you were to travel around to all the different... Like, I could probably just take off with my ship again and just land somewhere else on the world, because you can do that. And try and search out from there instead of out from here, because here it seems like there's not too many... It'll tell you basically everything that's within 1,000, maybe 1,200 meters of you. So there being only one little data point here, that tells me that I'm not really close to anything important. So that's basically it for World Survey. And if you do complete a World Survey, then in your inventory, in Notes, you'll get... Where did it go? Inventory Notes. Yeah, here it is. Some random planet's name, survey data. Value 9,000. So if you want to spend your time going around surveying a planet, this item will just populate in your inventory when you 100% the survey of the planet. You get survey data on the animals, the plants, the minerals, and any anomalous features of the planet. Once you have this item will just auto-generate in your inventory, and then next time you're in some kind of a colony, anywhere that has a store, you can go in and sell this for however much less than its value you actually end up selling things for. And I feel like that covers it. And so, you know, these planets, you gotta be careful for your hazards. Like, I already took, like I've got 3 kind of health conditions on me right now. A lot of these planets are a lot more hazardous than this one. Just by standing out in the sun, I could be taking damage. So your suit's a little bit important. I feel like that's maybe worth mentioning. And, yeah. Hope you find this helpful, because kind of just jumping into this game, all the menus and sub-menus and ways to interact with things, I was confused by it when I started playing, so I wanted to make a tutorial just in case anybody else had the same problems as I did. Because, like, maybe I'm just bad at gaming, who knows. But yeah, stuff like you can scan a plant with your scanner open, but you can't harvest its resources with your scanner open. Gas vents, you can collect resources from them by just walking up to them and interacting with them. Stuff like that, I really didn't know at first, and that's what made me want to make this video. So, hope you found this helpful. I enjoyed making this video, I hope you enjoyed watching it, and have a good rest of your day. Or don't. Either way, no pressure.